Hey, what's up, guys? I don't know what took the stream so long to start. I was just sitting there for 2 minutes, and man, I actually work hard at this. I mean, I've been through that, but I got my stories together, and then right before I went live at the regular time, my Twitter gave out on me, and so I had to. It's been working to try to get back in there, and look like I'm also having battery problems. It's crazy coming back after the weekend, but listen. Good morning to you guys, and hopefully everything is going well. I think this battery is about to run out. Let me try to change this real quick. I have all the technical difficulties. I guess that's the trophy I get. Give me just a second here. This is crazy. I just went through like six batteries. So yeah. Also over the weekend, my battery charger went out, so I gotta get another one. Maybe Amazon can get me one quick. But man, how many 2 minutes of bloopers? It's all right. Y'all know how this goes. The information is in here. But yeah, we're having a good day. I will say something about this price surge on Bitcoin. Maybe I'll save that for later in the stream. Let me actually make a note. It's probably one of the biggest things I'm gonna talk about. Um, let's see. I gotta do behind the scenes so y'all see how this works over here. Anyways, so it's funny because I wanna talk about this article because this is not even an article I found. It's an article that someone sent me that I've been trying to talk to about crypto and Bitcoin and crypto for like years now, seriously. And so this wasn't even a part of my live, but I'm gonna go ahead and read it. But it's pretty much saying this, and there's a group of Bitcoin advocates in Switzerland that are urging their country's central bank to add Bitcoin to their strategic reserves or whatever. Let's see where it gets. So it says a group of Bitcoin advocates in Switzerland have launched a campaign to convince Swiss Bank National Bank to add Bitcoin to its balance sheets. The nonprofit organization 2B4CH aims to hold a national referendum to amend Switzerland's constitution to require the central bank to hold Bitcoin. According to the group's founder and chairman, I can't say that name. This move would help Switzerland maintain its political neutrality and sovereignty in its uncertain global environment. We are in the process of completing the organizational preparations for the committee and repairing the documents that must be submitted to the state chancellery in order to start the process. He stated to achieve a referendum under Switzerland's system of direct democracy, the advocates must collect 100,000 signatures from Swiss citizens, within 18 months. With the Switzerland's population around 8.7 million, roughly 1.15% of the populace need to sign the petition. The signature requirement poses challenges when CB4CH attempted a similar referendum in 2021. So this is people are pretty much begging their country to get into Bitcoin. So the person was asking me, he's like, why is the country doing this? Because some people's viewpoint of Bitcoin is all about. I remember, all this Bitcoin scams last cycle. This battery better not run out of me. But all the scams last cycle when people like send me a Bitcoin, I'll send you one back, and all that kind of stuff. And so that's what people think Bitcoin. They think Bitcoin is all a scam or whatever. So they were like kind of frantic about it. And so this is I know y'all seen this meme before. This is what it reminded me of. Because it's like I've been trying to tell you about Bitcoin forever, and now look at you. Now you want some Bitcoin. So they asked me about it. I was like, well, I mean, the price was $15,000 a while ago, but we're at 60,000, almost 70,000 now. I was trying to tell them about altcoins and stuff like that. So this is going to happen to me. It's going to happen to y'all a lot more times during the cycle. All your friends who told you were stupid, it's a Ponzi scheme, you don't know what you're talking about, and all that kind of stuff. These are the same people going to be coming to you later because the same type of news is going to come out. More news is going to come out about BlackRock and all the big companies holding Bitcoin. I might let me know when the sound goes. It's going to go out, but I'm gonna just change it to the camera sound. Sorry about this, y'all. But listen, it's Monday. I had a rough weekend. It was a busy weekend. Even today, this morning, I was doing something totally different, non-crypto related. I didn't even know if I was going to have a stream today. But yeah, anyway, a lot of your friends are going to be talking about crypto soon. So this article is talking about DeFi summer. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a Bitcoin miner, but it says Bitcoin experiencing a DeFi summer moment as miners rake in a record $100 million post halving, according to Bernstein. Bitcoin is experiencing a DeFi summer moment, akin to Ethereum's in 2020 amid the launch of the new token protocol called Runes, which I talked to you guys about on stream, but I haven't really dug into Runes to really, know the ins and outs about it, but you can check into it yourself. Bitcoin miners generated over $100 million in rewards on April 20th, with around $80 million just from transaction fees alone. And I believe before it was like $70 million a day or something like that. So they got quite a jump. And I think when I checked on some other news, I think it was up to like $120 million. So even though they lose rewards after the Bitcoin halving or it cuts their rewards in half, it just kind of helped them make some supplemental income in the midst of the Bitcoin halving until they get ready to, up their computing power or whatever they need to mine more Bitcoin and stuff. So the whole Runes thing kind of helped them out. But the thing about this is, hold on, y'all. Let me just a minute. I'm glad y'all patient with me. Let me change this. I'm gonna just change this audio to the back of the camera. Hold on, just a minute. All right, are we back in there? Oh man. All right, let's see. All right, the sound is probably going to be a little bit lower, but I'm going to try to talk a little bit louder. So anyway, so the thing about this, I know it's probably not the best, but so the thing about this is, the Runes protocol coming out helped Bitcoin miners make some more money. But the thing was that people were saying they were bullish about Runes is that unlike BRC20, it wasn't going to cause the transaction fees to go higher. But apparently it is. So we're gonna see how this does when it really takes off, because a lot of people still don't even know about Runes. I told you I'm not trying to really mess with it, but it's just gonna be interesting to see what it's gonna do to the transaction fees, which a lot of people, that are in Bitcoin, like the big dogs, they don't really want this happening. They don't want all this stuff on Bitcoin, but people are gonna do what they're gonna do. I mean, it's decentralized, so people can do what they want to do. So we will see how this plays out. Oh, why is this article up so early? Let's push this article back a little bit. Okay, so this here, like I always talk about this, but apparently in the last 30 days alone, we've had 47,000 Bitcoin outflow from Coinbase, which means, this is not like the ETF. This means people are buying Bitcoin on ETFs and then sending it to their cold storage or whatever they want to self-custody at, because a lot of people understand the crypto and they're understanding that you don't want to keep your crypto on the exchange. A lot of people learning about self-custody or whatever. So this just shows it's a lot of movement. I know a lot of times, unless you're like watching all the transactions, which 99% of people don't do. When you see the price down, you may think it's all bad or whatever, but when that price is down, people are slowly collecting, especially some of these big dogs. They slowly collecting Bitcoin when you think even nothing's happening. So A lot of people starting to learn. Like I said with the earlier article about Switzerland, a lot of people, your friends, family, gonna start coming to you, and on I hate to say it, but on bending knee, they're gonna be begging you to teach them about Bitcoin and crypto in a minute. Um, oh, I was gonna say this for like. Let me go. I'm just going to talk about whatever. I'm just going to talk about it. So this one, I didn't get deep into it as I want to, but pretty much, I don't know if you guys know. So I've been saying the whole cycle. This is very important, so pay attention. So what I've been saying the whole cycle when I've been streaming is I said that I believe a lot of you have all the money flowing into the Bitcoin ETFs, which is driving up the price, especially when Bitcoin ETF excuse me, when this Bitcoin spot ETFs first launched. That's what was causing a lot of money to flow into Bitcoin. But what I feel like they were doing was offsetting it with the Grayscale outflows, because Grayscale was selling off a lot of their trust or whatever, because they're supposed to be converting into their own Bitcoin ETF, not trust. Anyway, that's another thing. But so apparently, I didn't dig deep into this, but apparently Grayscale, which has been the main people, I don't care what nobody say, they've been the main people suppressing the price of Bitcoin because of their Bitcoin outflows and selling off their Bitcoin. Now they're introducing like a mini ETF. They're called. I don't know what a mini ETF is. Maybe it's not going to be their main ETF. But so now a lot of their outflows have stopped. So it's after the halving now. And I told you guys before, we're going to talk about this a lot today. I told you guys, don't expect it. I'm going to get into another subject that I want to talk about later. But it doesn't necessarily mean right after the halving that the price is going to skyrocket. But what I will say is, so it seems like a lot of the outflows have stopped or slowed down, I would at least say. And now if they start to have their own ETF, and I'm sorry, here's the other thing, their ETF has cheaper fees now. So it's almost competitive with the prices of the other Bitcoin ETFs or whatever. But the prices, I think it might still be like 75% higher. I got to look into it later. Y'all can dig for this stuff yourself. I'll bring you the stories. You can dig into it, do your own due diligence. But I think their fee is still a little bit higher, but it's cheaper than what it was. So that means I feel like we're going to have a lot more inflows into Bitcoin. So maybe the price could surge. I'm going to cover one important topic. I don't want to talk about it now because I think it's going to get too far down the rabbit hole. But listen, between me, other people, there's going to be a lot of back and forth, about how fast the cycle is going to go, how much Bitcoin is going to go up, and how much altcoins and when altcoins are going to run. Me included. It's going to be a lot of back and forth, but you got to take the news as you get it, then try to, calculate where you think it might go. But like I always say, I'm say the same thing. We always just try to buy altcoins at good prices, then wait for the pump to come to us. But I'm going to talk about another. It's going to be the last thing I'll talk about. But we're going to get there. This guy was saying next week is going to be interesting. Next week being this week that we're starting Monday today. It says first trading week after the halving. This time the halving was explained also by investment funds. So it just wasn't you talking to your friends and family trying to explain the halving, which to be honest, I've heard a lot of people, they have good hearts and they're good people, but I've heard a lot of people explain the halving in such a poor way. Like it's just crazy. But you got regular people, retail investors, including investment funds. They have commercials about the Bitcoin halving. So I'm telling you, the money I think we see inflowing into Bitcoin is nothing compared to what's going to be coming soon. This is what I was just talking about. Number 3, he says the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust outflow of current week was for the first time under $500 million, because they just be kicking out 600 million worth of Bitcoin and just selling off like day after day after day. So it's first time under 500 million. And the news of the Grayscale Bitcoin ETF with only 0.15% fees. I think everybody else is, I might be lying. I think they're like 0.08. So I think it might be half of what their fees are, but it's still a step forward because their fees were much higher before. So now they're opening up their ETF. But for some reason, I saw another article call it a mini ETF. I didn't get a chance to get through all that because I told you I had computer problems this morning. Do I want to talk about this? I didn't dig into this one deep enough. You know what? I'm gonna present this. You can, if you want to look into this, you can look at it. Because like I say, I just try to bring you guys the news. Sometimes I elaborate. But this one I didn't get a chance to dig into. But it said, did you know that you can play Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, and classic video games like Pac-Man and Tetris on Bitcoin via ordinals? Apparently, there's transferable on the network. I have to look into this. Y'all should know by now that if you watch my channel, I'm not the biggest person, the most knowledgeable about ordinals, BRC20, and all that kind of stuff. But it's something you can look into if you want to. Maybe you are bullish on that stuff. More so, it's kind of dope. I'm gonna look into this after the stream, but I didn't have time to, look before the stream. This is still too early. Let me push this article a little bit further. Um, oh, so here we are again. So I know. Let me see. I didn't even see what the price is. I'm gonna pull up over it. What the price of Solana has been doing. But I remember the last time they were talking. Well, sorry, my bad. Let me read the article first. So FTX to auction the next lot of locked Solana tokens. Michael Cagney. I don't want to really read the whole entire article because I mean the title says what it is. But I remember the last time they were talking about FTX selling. It didn't do anything to the price, and it started making people they got scared and sold off or whatever. But I think the price like pumped after that because a lot of people were buying it up at a discount. Yeah, the price is really not doing anything. Actually, it's been going up. But pretty much, I feel like people are gonna pick up these Solana tokens. It's not like they're gonna dump them on the market or whatever because that's what everybody was speculating last time. Um, and yeah, with where Solana is in market cap for the ones I hold, I'm not trying to sell out because once the price keeps pumping, you can easily mix X's on this because even though I'm bullish on Solana, I mean, we retraced to 150, so we probably got a 7x left in the tank. But this is a low risk investment. If you picked this up early in the cycle, to be honest, a lot of people had a chance to pick up at $20. Like I said, we saw it when it did the little dip to 870. Actually went past 879, but got it at 879. But if you got Solana at $20, $25, $30, you're still doing pretty well right now for a low risk investment. Yeah, it's probably not a 100x, but I think it could get there. I think it can get there this cycle. But anyway, I don't think it's nothing to fear about. I wouldn't dump Solana tokens. Actually, let me pull this tab up over here. As you can see, the is it on stream yet? I don't know yet. But the price has just been going up. Why? It went up to it was been going up to like 156 and then retraced to 152. But I think you're fine. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm really saying. Um, I think you'll be fine. This one is just saying the bull market. I don't want to really get into this. Just saying, like I've been telling y'all all along. Yeah, we are in a bull market, but like the astronomical bull returns that you think about, the 50 and 100 X's on. I guess I'll pull up on stream in a minute. But those returns are not here yet. Like that's not where we are in the cycle. And I keep saying I have to reiterate because I know a lot of you get fearful. I was even sorry, group. I was gonna say this in the group first, but I didn't. But I know a lot of you guys, between people in the Patreon, just people who watch the channel, you're going to get, this is the time in the market where you feel like, man, is what I'm holding worth it? Is it ever going to pump? Am I stupid? Did I pick the wrong thing? I should have gotten this altcoin over here. Look at it running. Man, I should have jumped in AI. AI is the narrative right now. You're going to feel all these feelings right now. And I'm telling you, you're going to want to hold on to some of those bags because it's just what it is. It's just natural psychology, and especially if it's your very first cycle, you definitely you're not feeling what we're going through right now. The little red we seen in altcoins when Bitcoin's been pumping. Even if some people in their second cycle still can't handle it, and that's not to say anything about them. It's just human nature because who doesn't want to see their bags pumping? But I try to preach to people continuously, like I'm getting into another subject now. I'm gonna talk about it later, but you should be collecting right now. But I'm gonna get back to that. But because I'll end up talking too long about it. But I got something important to talk about along those lines later. What is this? Once again, none of these are really big, but it's just news for you, news you need to know. So we got some unlocks coming this week, and some of the main unlocks and altcoins we have this week are Ronin, the gaming chain. If you don't know what that is, alt layer. We got Axelar, my dog. Ribbon Finance. Didn't Ribbon didn't they rebrand? I don't think it was Ribbon Finance anymore. It's what's the new brand? And somebody help me in the comments. I'll probably see the comment late. But it's not, I don't think it's Ribbon Finance anymore. I think they rebranded. But anyway, Space ID, Gate Token, and Guild Games. But all of these unlocks are like under 10%. I don't know if it affects, I don't know the market cap of some of these. But I don't think it shouldn't affect, like, I don't think it should affect Alt Layer, Axelar, and Ronin too much. Ribbon either. Yeah, it shouldn't affect any of these really. You should be fine. But if you just want to know, that's the news. There's the news there. Let's get through these because we got a couple more. Okay, I'm gonna bring this up once again. I know a lot of times when people talk about stuff on their channel, so say if somebody says they're bullish on something, they're like, this thing gonna go crazy, you should buy it, and then it doesn't do well, then they want to hide it, or vice versa. So a lot of you guys were asking me about Alephium um, a couple of weeks back. Before you get nervous, what I will say is it's barely even 2x from when y'all. I think people was asking about this in December, January on the channel. I don't know, man. Okay, let me say this. So I still feel like it's just people have all their tokens vested out to them now, so they're trying to push the price up right now so they can pump their bags before, proof of work, what all the kind of stuff, and they keep talking about these ASIC miners that they're gonna have, whatever. But I did say at the time that I feel like it could probably do maybe a 30x from where it is now. I am not the all seeing eye, y'all. I don't have all the alpha. I don't know all the information, but I wasn't too bullish on it. I mean, just because of the programming language or whatever. I know that's probably minute. And really, let me tell you something. The market really don't be caring about this stuff sometimes. Like even I think, like even the tech and stuff. So I don't know if enough people push it. Maybe LFM will do well. I'm not saying it's bad tech or anything, but I was the most bullish on it, but I see a lot of people. I do see a lot of people pushing it. So I'm giving you the news. If you want to dive into LFM and you want to see what people are talking about, maybe you can do that. I do keep seeing news about it, but I don't know. I really think it really started getting hyped up because people felt like when Casper did his little run that LFM was going to come right behind, and proof of work was going to be a thing, and the miner or mining tokens or whatever was going to be a thing. And I feel like that's why they were pushing it. Plus, a lot of people got big bags in it. I know some of the people that got big bags in it because they're always talking about it. But I don't know. Maybe I can look into it. But apparently it says if the founder of Alephium is welcoming Bitmain, the largest manufacturer of ASICs in the world, is that not bullish to you? I don't. If that's not bullish to you, I don't know what it is. Yeah, they had a typo. It says Alephium becomes even more deflationary once these ASICs really kick in, and Bitmain is known to help market the coins that make ASICs for us. I don't know. Y'all look into it. I'm still not looking to hold it. But that's up to you. It's up to you. Do we want to talk about this? This is some drama. Let's say the drama to the last. Let's say the drama to last. I don't want to make nobody mad too early in the stream. Once again, this channel is to bring you the news. I know a lot, like I said, I know a lot of people on the channels. For one, they run them totally different. I'm just here to talk about what's going on. I'm not trying to grow the channel to 100,000 million followers and none of that. But I'm just trying to bring you guys the news. I told you guys before, nothing's changed. I'm not really looking to get into runes and really keep up with the whole ecosystem. But this according to this person, I don't know. They said that the top runes by market cap right now are Arsic, Genesis Rune, Satoshi Nakamoto. Wait, man, you know what? Let me put this in the chat for y'all if there's something y'all want to dig into. But what I will say is be careful. I keep telling y'all, don't be trying to every runes project is not going to be the most dope thing. It can be like meme coins. But I'm going to put this in the chat so y'all can find it yourself. So you have the information that you need. But anyway, so this in the chat. If you want to click on that link, you can. But they're saying this is some of the top rune protocols, but don't just go ape into something. Do your research, study it, and make sure you know what runes is, and all that kind of good stuff. Don't just FOMO. I feel like I messed up something here. Oh no. Okay, let's keep going. That might be too political to talk about. I don't want to really. No, I don't even want to talk about it. It gets a little political, and I don't have no horse in the race. I don't really. Anyway, let me just keep going. Where we at? 23 minutes, not bad. So this one I've been talking about, so I'm gonna just keep bringing it up. I saw somebody else saying that sometimes you say stuff on your channel, and you think, oh, they're gonna get tired of it, but you have to keep repeating this stuff because people don't realize. But it says 12 Solana pre-sale meme coins abandoned after just a month. So once again, I know a lot of you guys want to get in early with whether that's runes, meme coins, or whatever. But sometimes let me say this about these pre-sales too. And let me say this. Some of these things, these pre-sales, let me make this real simple for you. A lot of these pre-sales are scams, right? Another thing I will say is, though, whether they're a scam or whether they're going to go on to be a good narrative and the meme coin does well, is think about what, I don't know if y'all think about this. It's a pre-sale. You know what that means? That means people got in early, and I know you want to be one of those, but just chill, because most of the times these pre-sales come out, people get into it and they dump it immediately because that's why they got in the pre-sale, to get some liquidity. Plus, because it's a meme coin, a lot of people, even the people who do
invest in it, they're like, man, we could be getting scammed. So they don't want to hold it too long. They just want to dump and get those gains probably on the first 1 or 2 days, the first couple of hours. So if you see something like this, a pre-sale, I would advise not to necessarily jump into it. Let other people jump into pre-sale. Let the thing dump down because they all gonna dump down. I didn't even have in my mind to talk about. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Matter of fact, let me pull it up next. So a lot of them are going to dump down, and then you can pick it up after it. Oh, wrong one. Sorry, y'all. You can pick it up after it. Oh, here we are. You can pick it up after it dumps down, and sometimes they dump down like 10x from where they launched at. So just have some patience. I mean, this whole market is about patience, man. So that's what you got to do. But what I will say is, so I remember, I don't know if you guys keep up with the space. I think even if you're new to space, you should know Crypto Banner. But so they launched their meme coin gummy or whatever, and so we got in on the airdrop of that and stuff like that. What I will say is, it did. I think it launched around like initially it launched around like that 46 million area. Let me see where's it now. It launched around 46 million there, and I believe the bottom was like 24 million market cap or something like that. But what I will say, they got the market makers. They got a lot of people that's going to push this and keep pushing up. And it's still steady been pushing up. But it did dump down, like I said, initially after it launched because people got in the pre-sale, got the airdrops. But it's been holding pretty well. I can't lie, it's been holding pretty well. It's up there at it's at 213 million right now. But I will say the price doesn't. Hold on, I'm sorry, I'm just talking. It's not on stream. The price doesn't really reflect like because if it really reflected, this would be like I feel like it launched under a penny, wasn't it? Like yeah. Anyway, but it's up to 21 cents now. What I know, the market cap was 24 million, but it's up to 200, almost a 10x in market cap. But I don't think that was a 10. God, I can't even remember the price to be honest when it launched. I feel bad, but y'all can look at the chart. Y'all can look at Dex Tools, and if you don't know how to use Dex Tools, you can learn right now on the channel. What you do is you go to Coin Market Cap or you go to CoinGecko. You scroll down on the token you're looking at, and you go find the contract address. I'm not gonna baby walk you through. I'll do a little bit. So you go down here, you scroll down, and you see the where it says contracts. That's the contract. You copy that, you put it in Dex Tools, and you can go see where the price was at. But anyway, what I will say is probably it's going to do well. And there's a lot of people in the space that don't like Rand, but there's a lot of people that do. But what I do believe is he's not gonna. I don't think he's gonna, or his team is gonna sacrifice their reputation and scam. And I think a lot of people know that, and that's why it pumped so fast. Even though it did dip down about 50% on launch, it's been going up because they pretty much know it's a solid community, or it's going to be a solid meme coin to hold. I can't say the numbers is going to do, but I do know they're going to push this or whatever. I do wish that I had I got the Patreon and we got in the airdrop and I alerted a lot of people to it. But I wish I could say, hey man, it's probably a good time to buy when it's at 24 million. But nobody ever knows. I'm gonna be honest, even myself, I thought it would maybe dip down to like 10 million, but it never got there. And so I mean it is what it is. You can't catch them all. It's still a decent area. 200 million. Can it get to 20 billion and do 100x? I don't know. I can't tell you. But you can do with that information what you will. So that's what I'll say about that. But what this article was saying over here is saying that this guy he bought some of the gummy when it launched or whatever. And he swapped 100 SOL or whatever. It was like 15, I guess we're saying 15K. Yeah, 15K at the time. For whatever amount of gummy, 64 million gummy. And 2 minutes later, he started selling all of them and he made a profit of 500K. So I mean, that's not bad. He got it for a profit of 498,000, but it was saying if he held to now, it would have been $7 million. But I mean, sometimes you don't know. Maybe you don't know. Like I said, I thought it was going to dump down too. So, I mean, it's not a bad trade. He made $500,000 off 15 grand. So, not bad. I didn't even see it at some of the launch prices that he probably got it at because I was probably busy doing something else. But anyway, I mean, you never know. But what I will say is that if he thought about it, it probably was going to be a longer term hold. But I don't know. Maybe he sees Rand. I know some people call Rand a scammer. Rand is a shiller. No, I can't even talk about the subject. You can think what you will. But I will say I did think it was going to be a longer term project. But maybe dude thought it was going to dump back and he was going to buy lower. So, but he made a profit. So it is what it is. I don't need to cover that. That's the drama. let's see what we got before the drama. Um, this, to be honest, this article is kind of boring, but it's just talking about the runes and the effects that it could have on gas fees and all that kind of stuff. Because yeah, they said it wasn't going to do anything, but apparently it did. So, did they lie to us? I don't know. All right, we almost. I saw a lot of people ticked off about this, and I'm just reading this article to see. I got two articles here on this. Oh, dang. What I will say about them, they have better artwork. Hold on, I'm trying to see which article I'm gonna read. Just a minute, I'm sorry. Mm, yeah, this one actually, this article is a little bit. They do write their articles pretty well. Other article had a little bit more information, but anyway. So this here, I don't know if y'all heard about this. So man, I saw people like as Twitter, I saw people cussing mad. They was like, I mean, people were furious. So I don't know all the ins and outs to this, but how do I say this, y'all? First, see, I'm talking about. Let me read it first. I know I always do that. I'll be excited. I guess I don't know. So it says ZK Casino users fuming as 33 million in promised refunds are instead sent to Lido. On-chain data shows ZK Casino moved $33 million worth of users' bridged ETH to Lido, while users claim it rescinded a plan to return their crypto. Blockchain-based gambling project ZK Casino is being slammed on X for moving $33 million worth of investor and user funds to staking protocol Lido, a sudden change from its original plan to return the funds. In an April 20, oh, that was early. In an April 20 blog post, ZK Casino announced its network had gone live. More than 10,000 users who had bridged a collective 10,515 ETH to the network in a bid to collect more of its ZK Casino tokens were expecting that they could get their ETH back. So I thought they think they were supposed to get a certain amount of ZK tokens plus get their ETH back, but that's not what happened. So it says instead, ZK's Casino post said it made changes from our initial plan, with all bridge ETH converted to ZK Casino at a discounted rate on a 15-month vesting schedule. It claimed the changes were done as a favor, so it could provide a seamless transaction as its chain doesn't use ETH. Users also noticed it had changed the wording on its website, removing a statement that said the ETH would be returned. These concerns were further intensified after an on-chain transfer showing ZK Casino moved all of its users 10,500 ETH to a staking protocol, Lido. Do I need to keep reading? I'm gonna read a little bit more. Meanwhile, an anonymous crypto developer known as Cigar claims that the blockchain ZK Casino release was an Arbitrum Nitro chain that took 2 minutes to deploy and didn't use zero knowledge technology or an EigenDA despite its claim that it would. Oh, this is getting worse. On X, hundreds of posts from apparent ZK Casino users who pitched money toward the project are now alleging that the project is a scam. Some have even spread personal information and addresses of ZK Casino's founder, known on X's derivatives monkey, whatever you want to call it, using it to call for legal action. Whoa. Oh, this is getting bad. Venture capital firm Big Brain has added to the controversy as well, claiming in an April 21st post on X, ZK Casino appeared to be fraudulent and they never invested in ZK Casino, but was offered a prorated token distribution that it had not received, will not opt to receive. This came after ZK Casino in an X post in March said they had closed a Series A investment round at $350 million valuation with backing from crypto exchange Mexi and venture firm Big Brain Holdings, among others. So Big Brain saying they lying. Oh wow, this is dirty, y'all. So let me see if I can sum this up in simplest terms. For one, they lied. Let's put that there. So what it seems like, okay, what I want to say about this is, if you're in the Patreon, you know what project I'm talking about. I'm going to say this boldly, and I'm going to say this very braggadociously and very arrogantly. I do my research in this space, man. That's all I can say. And so somebody brought, two or three of y'all brought up a project in the Patreon. I said, you can do it if you want. I said, you can do it if you want. They do have people that could pump it. But what I can say is I know for a fact after being here 3 cycles, bro, they have an investor who is it's not even a secret, is a known meme coin scammer. How would you go to a meme coin scammer and say, hey, do you want to be an investor in our project like that? You lose validity at that point with me. So I say this to say that you can say, man, Zoe, you told me not to invest in this thing and it pump. It's not financial advice. I'm just giving you the information that there's a meme coin scammer that is supposed to be a VC on a legitimate project. That just sounds stupid to me. I don't care what anybody says. And so when I say this stuff up front, everybody's like, oh, either I'm scared or what everybody else is talking about is, oh, you the only one saying it's bad or whatever it is going to be. But what I'm trying to say is, even when a project seems legit, because I remember people talking about this. I remember because I be on Twitter deep, and people, I think it had a low evaluation, and people was like, man, we about to become billionaires off ZK Casino. And to be honest, what they were supposed to be launching at, I do see some other a few projects launching that low, but it seemed too good to be true, just like the project we talked about in the Patreon. And so people's like, we're gonna become billionaires off this or whatever. And I never looked into this project, to be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I tried to do the gambling protocols things before, and it didn't work out as well. And I'm gonna be honest, I probably shouldn't have, because I'm not the most knowledgeable on gambling. I don't gamble. I don't gamble on basketball, boxing, nothing. What do I know about gambling? So I said, you know what, Zoe? I talked about one project. I said, I need to stay in my lane. I'm gonna just like I tell y'all, I said, I'm gonna stay in my lane, stay away from this casino stuff. Even though I saw people talking about it. But even when a project seems legit and they be like, hey, we got these backers or whatever, sometimes if you see a couple of red flags, it's best, even if you see that, I know it's going to hurt, but even if you see that mug go 50, 100x, just feel safe knowing that you could have lost your money and there's other projects I had that you can make money on. But also what I was going to say is that, so what it seems like is what they told the people was, hey, if you send some Ethereum to the project, let's just say you invested in the project and you was going to get 1,000 tokens. So I guess what they told the investor was, if you send this amount of ETH instead of 1,000 tokens, we'll give you like a multiplier or whatever, and you'll get 5,000 tokens. I'm kind of paraphrasing this, so this is not on the record, but I'm just trying to show you kind of what happened. So they said, like, if you send us ETH or stake ETH or whatever the crap they did, they said you would get more tokens, right? And then you would get your ETH back. So you would get your 1,000 ZK Casino tokens, and then the Ethereum you gave us, you would get that back at launch. But instead, the project said, nah, fam, we just going to keep your ETH and we're going to give you this amount of money in ZK tokens. But that's not what people signed up for. People signed up for getting in early to the pre-sale, getting whatever 1,000 tokens they were going to get, getting their ETH back, cashing out their ETH to probably buy some other stuff on the market. But now you're telling me you're going to hold my ETH and then you're going to vest my ETH back to me over 15 months. That's not what I signed up for. Then to make it worse, what they did is said, we going to use the Ethereum that you gave us to put in a staking protocol so we can make money off it. Man, this sounds just like the banking system. It's just like going to the bank. That's why people came to crypto and DeFi, so they wouldn't have to deal with this. Because if you don't know by now, I'm going to keep repeating on the channel because some people don't know. I know people that, and it doesn't mean that you're stupid or nothing, because my mother didn't know this, and a lot of older people that I respect didn't even know this. It was like, you give your money to the bank. They don't keep all your money in the bank. They take most of that and they go invest it, make money for themselves, and they keep about 10% of it in the bank. And so that's why when you go, you got to let them know, hey, I'm coming to get 500 grand. Why can't I just come get my 500 grand? Because they don't have your 500 grand. They already gave it away. So that's what ZK Casino seems like they did. They took people's money so they can make money off other people's money. And then just pretty much that's pretty foul. And then I guess Big Brain is saying, like, bro, we are not investors on this project. Like y'all said, y'all talked to us and y'all was probably gonna give us some tokens or whatever, and maybe we can be advisors or whatever. But that's what I be seeing. Like, I know, even some of my friends, I think they do pretty well on some of these pre and private sales, but I'm not itching to get into every pre and private sale, public sale that I see, because you still can get rugged on this. I think a lot of times when people are new to the space, they think just because it has a VC behind it or just because blah, blah, blah said they invested in it, oh, it's got to be a dope project. They're not going to rug. I'm not saying this project is a rug, but they've done foul, and this stuff they've done is pretty foul, man. So it's about as close to a rug as you can get. That's probably a big statement, but it's just foul. Like, that's not what people signed up for. You lied to people. You said you had an investor that you didn't have. You told them you was going to do one thing. You did a whole nother thing. So, you got to be careful. That's why a lot of times I know one thing. I say this. And I know no is a strong word, but at the end of the cycle, people are gonna be like, man, Zoe knew what he was talking about. Like we made some money with dude. Even though he told us not to invest in 20 other projects that maybe they do go and do the 30, 50, 100x. But I'd rather be safe than sorry. And I hate using cliches, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. Because like I said, not every time you see a project with investors behind it doesn't mean that they're gonna push this project or whatever. But on the piggyback on the one that you guys talking about in the Patreon, man, I know this for a fact. It's not just this is not even Zoe thing. Like this guy is a known meme coin scammer, and I just went down the list. Matter of fact, I don't even know the other backers. I don't even know who I've been here. I've been here 3 cycles, bro. I've been here 3 cycles. I usually would know at least one or two of the investors on a project. I don't know who the rest of those people are. Those people, y'all know the project I'm talking about. So I was like, I don't even know these people, and then these two people are here are straight up scammers on meme coins. I've never even really seen them push like a valid project. It's just all they do is they come to the space and they get in on the meme coins early and they push them out and they pump them. So it just was weird. There was another YouTuber on there. I won't say they're a scammer, but I, I would say they 85% shiller, 15% scammer, because I feel like sometimes they just be pushing stuff they don't really believe in just because they got tokens early. That's what I'm gonna say about that. But I don't care what the project says it is, what narrative it covers. And I say this all the time on the channel. I do not care if it 100x's. I don't care if it does a 500x. I'm not touching it because I just don't like what I see behind it. It looks weird to me. So, but if I had known probably the stuff that I'm seeing now with ZK Casino, if I could have had a chance to know about this project earlier before it launched, and I looked at it, I probably would have kind of speculated the same thing. I'm not saying I'm a know-it-all, but I don't know. I feel like I would have looked deeper into it, like they, especially they said big brain or whoever's investing in it. But I feel bad for people who got messed up on this. But man, Twitter's lit. Twitter's lit off this. This is all I was seeing this morning, everywhere when I was on Twitter. Anyway, oh, this is another thing, and this is the last thing. Then I'm gonna get to the comments. I think I just went a little long on that rant. Then I did. I did. It's all good. So, this article is saying that the wealthy people speculate on high growth assets and save in valued scarce assets. Bitcoin allows you to do both at the same time. So this is true, but I really brought this up to say, like, I know fully well that a lot of y'all probably sitting there, probably looking at the computer like, man, I'm not getting the crazy pumps. Like, what's going on? Questioning some of the tokens you got or whatever. And then a lot of people been saying like, oh, that's just people putting money into the Bitcoin ETF. They're not buying Bitcoin on the market. Trust me, people are also buying Bitcoin on the market. It's just not going straight into the ETFs. And these same people, let's say if they got, I'm throwing out a random number, $1 million. So let's say if they got $1 million, right, to they want to invest and throw into crypto to play some games with, speculate on, right? True, 900,000 of that, excuse me, 900,000 of that, 90% of that is going to go into probably Bitcoin, Ethereum, stuff like that. But that other $100,000, they're going to throw in some altcoins and they're going to speculate on some low stuff because they trying to make money just like y'all. So I know a lot of you speculating. Like, I saw somebody this morning was like, this is not the time to be heavy into altcoins or whatever. I'm not a genius or whatever. Well, yeah, I am a genius. But what I will say is, they were saying like, don't be heavy in altcoins now because some of the higher caps going to run right now. It's not their time to shine right now. This is what I say. I'm pretty good at math. I've been through a couple of cycles. They are correct. Maybe you could, right? Maybe you could get into some bigger altcoins or blue chips or whatever. And I think everybody should kind of have some in their portfolios. If you got a super small portfolio, you should be straight DJing. And that's my take. Not financial advice. But so yeah, they're going to throw in a Bitcoin or whatever, but they're going to come back for these alts. They're going to come back for these alts. But somebody was saying that you should be in just blue chips right now because altcoins going to run. Yeah, you can go ahead and get maybe a 6 to 10x on those or whatever, but you got to better believe that those altcoins are going to be creeping up and maybe they're doing a 3 or 4.5x. You might as well have just been collecting those at the time because you're not going to know when to pull out of the bigger projects to put in altcoins. You're not going to know how much they ran or whatever. You're not going to know that some project went to from 5 million to 50 million, and you could have got the same gains, but you could have already been relaxed just holding that lower altcoin or whatever. So once again, I do say maybe 30% of your portfolio you get in. This is how I do it. So some people say 30%. Some people say 30% low risk, 30% mid risk, and 30% low. I'm gonna be honest. I'm probably like 30% mix of low risk, mid risk, and 70%. I'm a dog. I'm swinging for the fences. I'm trying to Hank Aaron, Babe Ruth this mug. I'm trying to, oh no, they was dope. Not them. I was about to say some other ones, but they was on steroids. But I'm swinging for the fences. Uh, yeah, I know a lot of you guys, you thought we was here in the bull and it's gonna go crazy, but we're not there right now. So just have some patience and be accumulating. I keep saying it every stream, every chance I get. Um, Oh, sorry. And the other big thing I was going to talk about, sorry, group. I know it's not the alpha of all alpha, but I was supposed to say this to the group first. But like I said, I know a lot of you guys are getting afraid or whatever. Um, but what I will say is I don't know the future, and I really don't want to say this, but I feel like these next 8 days, I feel like these next 8 days, I said feel like I'm not trying to predict. I'm not trying to be those ones to predict and be like, oh, look what I said, and it came true. I feel like these next 8 days we're gonna see like we're gonna see a little pump. It's after the halving. We're gonna see the little pump, right? But I feel like May is gonna be like doggy diapers, bro. It's gonna crap everywhere. It's gonna be like it's just kind of it could do something different. I don't know, but what I'm saying that to say, I'm not saying that to say because I know a lot of y'all gonna try it. I'm not saying that to say like, oh, you should sell your bags now and buy back later. I don't know. I have self control and I'm just like whatever it does, it does. But what I will say is you need to see it as a positive if it does play out that you have a buying opportunity. Don't see it as man, I want my bags to pump. Man, this is trash, man. I ain't making no money. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. We still early. If you get that buying opportunity, you should be excited. I'm telling y'all right now. I'm gonna be if we have a traditional like kind of Mayish and it's like stagnant, bearish, whatever term you want to use, I'm gonna be excited, and I really mean that. I tell you all the time. I'm not trying to come to the channel to have false hopium or false whatever euphoria. I'm dead serious. If I get a sale, why would I not be happy about a sale? I kind of understand where this market is going. It's going up eventually. So let these prices stay down long enough so I can accumulate some of these buys, accumulate some of these altcoins. I'm good on that. But I'm just letting y'all know some of y'all gonna feel like you want to jump into something because the market. I think this was gonna happen. We're gonna see if I'm wrong or not. I feel like in the second week of May we'll be able to see. But I feel like this, yeah, to the end of the month it's gonna do a little pump. It's gonna do a little what you call it, and because we have what you call the sell in May or walk away. And I know a lot of people like to throw these trading terms around or whatever. But what I try to do on my channel, actually I've done this my whole life, is always try to figure out what the why is. Because if you can figure out the why, then it makes more sense to you. It's the same as when you buy an altcoin. Did you just buy it because you think Crypto Zoe knows what he's talking about and this dude got alpha and he always gives us good picks, so I'm gonna just buy it because Zoe says it? Or did you find the why of why you're buying it? So what I say is with the May walk away, May sell away, whatever the crap people call it, you know what I'm talking about. So when May happens, what I feel like happens is, and what I feel like is going to happen is the halving just came. So what they're going to do is they're going to do a little pump for the next 8 to 10 days or whatever. Because people are like, oh, this, because the halving is cut in half, that means they get less rewards. And so therefore, and there's less Bitcoin coming out. So supply and demand, therefore the price pumps up and y'all going to go crazy. But what I feel like is happening is they're going to pump the sucker for 8 to 10 days. And what is May? Kids getting out of school. They're going to sell those profits that they just pumped these last 8 to 10 days. And they're going to take their butt on vacation. That's why we have May walk away, selling May walk away, run away, swim away, whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So that's the why I believe that's happened. Like people, they gonna pump y'all up April, like, yeah, we about to pump, and then you're gonna get slammed on. That's what I feel like gonna happen. I don't know for sure. Regardless, I'm still holding my bags and I'm buying on the dips I see. But yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen. So, and remember it. When you're watching these big channels, most of these big channels with millions of dollars, they're trading channels. So they're going to pump y'all up. Like, see, the pump is here. That's just hard. I could be wrong. What if I don't know, we could skyrocket in May. And Bitcoin could go to 120,000. I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. I'm just throwing out theories out there. So anyway, let me shut up now. Let me look at y'all. Damn, I talked for 50 minutes. Did I? Yeah, I did. It's all good. Let's see what y'all got going on here. Oh, that was me too. Yeah, this my account. I couldn't get in my account for a minute. Let's pull this back up. So PC said, hi Zoe, happy start to a new day. It was a busy start to new day. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't even think I was gonna have a stream today because I had to, like, I tell y'all, like, even during the day, I have like multiple lives I live between filmmaking, music production, all that kind of stuff. And so this morning felt like a whole day already. Like I already done so much work as it is, and then had to come here and see if I was gonna be able to get to the stream. But I kind of enjoy it. It relaxes my mind and lets me work another part of my brain. But yeah, happy start to a new day. I'm alive, so I'm grateful for that. As he said, good morning. The first week after the halving. Yep, first week after the halving. I just talked about that, so I'm pretty sure y'all gonna have some questions about that. As he said, now we passed the Bitcoin ETF, past the halving. What is the hype to keep crypto moving besides the Ethereum ETF? How's the money going to flow into crypto? Well, I think I just covered that. I think I did in a way. Like I said, I think it's going to pump for the next 8 to 10 days because they're like, oh, the halving's here. We about to go to $100 bajillion or whatever. But I feel like May is going to be sideways. I could be wrong, but that's what I feel. I feel like it's going to be sideways. And then I've said this before on the channel, but maybe I didn't cover it in the same topic. That I feel like I'm not really looking for any pumps really into July. But what would make, I know this is gonna sound crazy, y'all. This ain't what a lot of y'all signed up for. But all I'm gonna say is you need to man up, warm it up, and realize that this stuff ain't immediately like you think it's gonna be. So I feel like I'm not really looking for any pumps to like second week of June, July-ish or whatever. But what would make me happy, I know y'all gonna get mad at this, but what would make me happy is if we just real chill until about September, October. That would make me feel like we're gonna have a traditional link cycle. Not only that, that would give us months and months to accumulate. But I will say there is a big probability that we don't get that because of the ETFs. And now, like I said this morning, I know it sounds contradicting, but you need all the information and you can do it as you will. But it could not do that because, like I said, Grayscale just open up their ETF or whatever, and the outflows from their trust is slowing down. So maybe those people that are still in the trust, maybe they still want to hold their Bitcoin over there, and maybe that's what they want to do. Maybe they don't want to be in the Bitcoin ETF. I can't tell you why. I don't know. But if Grayscale starts pumping money into their ETF along with the other ones, and we start having big positive outflows, then the price of Bitcoin could pump up. And I can't say what happened with alts, but we'll revisit this conversation every day, every week if we have to. But I still am not expecting any kind of pump to second or really third week of June, July, something like that. What else we got here? Hey Zoe, are you bullish on the base ecosystem? Yeah, I mean you kind of got to be with all the everything they got going on with the wallet integration and stuff. Like I even talked about last week how they integrated the Solana DEX over there, whatever, which is really bullish. I don't know how much competition they're gonna give Phantom or whatever. But a lot of people still use Phantom for trading Solana or whatever. But once they get that other wallet up and running, it's gonna be really bullish for Base. I mean, it's Coinbase. Like, really, they made it so they really kind of have a monopoly in the United States. We don't even have Binance US anymore. I don't know. Mexico been looking suspect. I know it's a lot of y'all say y'all been getting emails, and they keep every time you sign in, they keep talking about the KYC thing. So, man, I don't know, man. I said we might all have to dig in for Palau ID, man. I don't know. So I should be talking about that more on the channel and maybe in the group too. So yeah, they took KuCoin for us. Like KuCoin was the big dog last cycle. Like KuCoin helped me out so much last cycle. It's trash, man. This country with all this regulation, they know what they're doing. And the thing is, a lot of these projects are launching are not giving us the opportunity to even get in stuff. I saw a couple that made me even more bullish on the projects and respect them more because they realized like they did their research and like, hey, U.S. people can't get on KuCoin or Bybit and all these other ones. So they did some launches on Mexi, which I think is smart for the project themselves to help pump the project. Some of these projects, I don't know what they be paying attention to. And y'all know one of them is annoying me really bad right now. I'm telling you, the punching bag has been my friend. I've been hitting that heavy bag. I got a heavy bag downstairs in the gym, and I just you got to go in sometimes because I'm feeling some type of way. That's all what I'm saying. I'm feeling some type of way about you do all your research and you research these projects, and then I'm waiting for some of these guys, and then they just do trash. So we're gonna, of course, I know y'all gonna talk about that once I get off streaming Patreon. I think somebody already asked me something. Yeah, but anyway, some of these projects give us Mexi, man. Give us something, man, because like a lot of the money comes from the US. So anyway, I was all that came from base ecosystem. But yeah, I'm bullish on base ecosystem. Um, Natty said thoughts on uh that's one I've been on the fence about, Natty. I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence about it, man. I got to go dig back into that. But the thing is, like I said, once you kind of see, I'm not saying it's a red flag. I got to dig deeper into that. But it's so many other projects out here to invest in that, if you don't have to invest in something that's a little shaky, or whatever. I don't know. I'll revisit that later in the group. But I'm literally, I'm sitting right on top of the fence, right on top of the barbed wire, man. I don't, on neither side of that particular project. Werner said, "Hi, thank you for your good work. Appreciate it." Eddie Rose said the Grayscale mini ETF will actually have the lowest fees of all the ETFs from what I've seen. Okay, yeah, I couldn't remember. I could because I haven't seen the numbers. I don't. I'm be honest. I keep up with the inflows and outflows, the INO, whatever people call it, but I don't really be in the beginning I was keeping track of it, but I can't remember the percentages. So they're gonna have that's really bullish then. So that means they're gonna get a lot more inflow and stuff. So like I said, I know I've been talking a while before seeing that comment. Like I said, I could be wrong, but I still feel like even maybe the beginning of June picks up faster, but I still feel like May is gonna be sideways. So do whatever you want to do. I was telling y'all at the beginning of the cycle, yeah, I work in entertainment and I probably make a lot more money than most people or whatever. So I have a lot of money to put into space. But at the beginning of the cycle, my grandfather and a friend of mine, both of us were going through dementia. With actually, I had two friends, me, my friend, their grandfather, and another friend and their grandmother going through dementia. I'm saying the project name at the same time. So it just kind of blindsided us because my grandfather he didn't let us know nothing. He was one of those prideful old school guys that ain't nothing wrong with me, and it's definitely something wrong. So he had a lot of stuff going on. Dementia blindsided us. We didn't get his affairs in order. So it was just me. I'm the person in the family, kicking out thousands of dollars, just like I didn't even have a chance to think about it. So I ended up selling one of my cars. I was like, I'm finna. That's how crazy I am. I'm not telling y'all to sell y'all car to get in crypto, but I'm saying I probably shouldn't even said that because I don't want y'all to do that. And don't. It's not financial advice, but anyway, what I'm saying is you got some time to collect some money, some extra money I feel like you got a little time. May should give you a second opportunity to collect some of these altcoins or whatever. But like I said, if it's a good price now, and it's a good price, it's a discount from where you got in, you can buy some now, and then we can speculate later whether we'll have a better buying opportunity later in May. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. As he said, what is your input on Sui lower market cap than Solana? Could it do more X's than Sol? I mean, I would say definitely because I think Sui is definitely great technology. I know them and Aptos got the whole little war going on or whatever. What does that say? But I mean, I feel like Sui's winning right now with the technology. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I think Sui's gonna do well. So if you want to talk about like a blue chip or low risk or whatever, I mean, they still at 1.8. They're not even 2 billion. Yeah, definitely. I mean, because I love Solana. I hit Solana at $8.79, so I can't be telling nobody to buy Solana now. I wouldn't have told nobody to buy Solana really past probably $100. Well, no, maybe I don't know, not really past 100, maybe like $70, $80. I would have been saying buy it, but I feel like for those that've been holding it, you probably got I'll say a 4 to 7x left, but that's your low risk bag, and if you got in early, you should be up anyway. And that, like when I get into Solana, the injectives, the Celestias, I put money into that, so to say, like if nothing else goes well this cycle and my blue chips are there, I can live off this until the next cycle. If I just completely trash everything as well, I don't think I will. So I don't want y'all to get scared. But so just let it do that 4x. And some people would say, well, Zoe, if you feel like it's going to do only a 4x from here, wouldn't you pull out of that and put it into other stuff? I'm gonna tell you, I think about it all the time. I do. I think about it, the higher ones, but you kind of got to have some wisdom, especially with working with certain amounts of money. You got to have some wisdom. Be like, hey man, I know full and well that I probably only got 400 left on this, and it's a lot of money. I can dump this into something else and get another 50x, 100x. But for me, even though because I already told y'all 70% I'm DJing it, so that 30%, I gotta have some sense. You know what I mean? But I will say with Sui, yeah, you can get some gains. Man, I was thinking, no, I'll leave that. But yeah, it's probably gonna do more. I mean, you looking at, I would say minimum 10x versus Solana probably doing a 4 to 7x. If it does more than that, it's gonna be crazy. If it does Solana does a 10x from here, that would be crazy. But I'm gonna just say, uh, matter of fact, let me hold on. Let me go look again. I'm doing it based off the price, but let me, because yeah, it's retraced down to 150. We were up to like 210 at one point, not even a month ago, right? Yeah, yeah, we were up to like 210. Hmm, I don't know. It could do, yeah, it could do anywhere from a four. It probably could do 4 to 10x. 10x is high though. That's really high. You're talking about 680 billion, which a lot of people keep talking about. Casper gonna do. Yeah. Um, yeah. So you probably get more X's on that. Anyway, what you see is what you get. Said good morning, Zoe. Good morning. How you doing? What you see is what you get. Said that scammy project. I want to know who the scammers were because I need to keep track of them too. Oh, you talking about Are you talking about the one we talked about in the Patreon? Ask me in there, like put it in there right now, and I'll ask when I get off stream. I don't know. I keep forgetting. I've been in 3 cycles. I feel like this person was pretty evident though, but maybe they're not. But yeah, I'll answer that in the Patreon. Um, Brandy said, "What's the meme coin that's a scam?" Did I mention the meme coin? I be talking so fast. Like, meme coin is a scam. Oh, were you talking about when I said the 12 Solana projects? I mean, I don't, the list of them. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're done. If that's what you're asking about, let me go back and read them. Da, da, da. I did see. So it was like Moonkey, Frog, Temple, Sorry. You should have known with that name. Milk, Gooey, Thick, Earth, that URF, Earth, Form, and Crying. I think Crying and Sorry. I think people should have known that was going to be a scam. But maybe they didn't. Let me see what else we got here. Zoe, what do you think Casper has left to do? Where is it at now? I mean, I know it kept punching against like 15 cents. I always said that I feel like Casper's going to go maybe, it could probably go to 40 billion. If this community goes crazy, like they think they're going to go crazy and they're going to convince everybody that that's the next Bitcoin, which is their thing, I don't think that's the smartest tactic, but whatever. Maybe 60 billion. Oh, yeah, maybe a 20x from here. And that's me trying to be bullish. That's not even me trying to be bearish. But I see people telling people it's going, I saw somebody saying 500x, 100x from here. I don't think so, y'all. That's $280 billion. Um, I don't see that happening. I'll give them 60. I'll give you 60 billion. That's what you're going to get from me. That's what I think. And I feel like that's high. So 20x, but all this people talking about like, yeah, go on, you get some now, you're gonna get 100x, and it's gonna go to 500 billion market cap. If they prove me wrong, that'd be crazy. But I'm not taking that risk. Like as I keep saying, even with the legitimate projects with VCs backing them, that's gonna push it. They got market makers pushing it. That's gonna push the price and all that kind of stuff. Even those projects, I don't even see some of those getting 80 billion. So I don't know if I guess they kind of got like, okay, we're proof of work, blah, 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 and want to say it's the next Bitcoin. Plus, they got a meme coin like community. I don't know. Maybe they push 80 billion, maybe. And I'm really trying to help, but I still, what, 22? I don't know. I don't even know if it's going to do that because my first target was really 30 billion. So I would call that a 15. No, that's not even 15. What's wrong with me and math? Um, that's a 10x from here. I don't know, y'all. I mean, I'm just not the most bullish on Casper. I think people just try to oversell it because they got in early. And I will say this, and apparently somebody said something about me that I've never said anything bad about. But y'all know how I feel about that. I won't even say it, but I say anybody can get smacked up. Like, fun, anybody can talk on social media. I'm from a different area. I'm from a different type of place. Like all that stuff they say on social media, I don't be caring about. But anyway, so this particular person, since they want to be petty, apparently they said something about me. What I will say is one of the people that pushes Casper like heavy. It was on stream. A lot of people probably know what I'm talking about. They were on stream one day, And when Casper was like, I think it was like 600, 700 million market cap, they accidentally showed the balance on stream. And at that point, they had 800,000 in it. So, of course, they're going to keep pushing Casper and trying to make people buy into it because it's pumping their bags. So, yeah, these people be fraudulent, man. It's crazy. You see these people like, yo, I don't even understand how some of these people have followers. Like, y'all been scammed so much. Y'all stealing these people Patreons or whatever. And then they stunting new cribs on y'all and stuff with the money they scammed out of you. I don't know. I'm trying not to be like petty or derogatory, but that's some real beta male type stuff. Is people scamming you still following them, and you still like, yeah, teach us the way. Like, y'all crazy. Like, I don't understand it, but that's what I'll say. I say again, at 700 million market cap, whatever, this person just kept saying how they were dumping money into Casper. Whatever, they had 800,000 in it, and it showed on the portfolio, and they ended up deleting the stream after. Because everybody's like, "Hey, is that your money or whatever?" Blah blah, and they were like, "No, that's not it. That's not it." And then they took it off stream, and then after the stream was over, it was deleted forever. So yeah, yeah. Anyway, man, y'all can do what y'all want with Casper. I'm not trying to flood the project. I just don't think I don't. They overhyping it. They overhyping it. It's not doing no 500x. I even doubt it does 100x from here. I say 20 to 30. Did somebody just send me some money? Oh no. So 20 to 30x. I mean, I guess say that's decent. But that's if the community pumps it. But you got to realize they're competing with all these other blue chip projects. There's a lot of good tech out there and stuff. I say it was a good play for the bear market if you made some money off it. But what I will say is a lot of them know this too. And I keep saying this, a lot of these people pushing Casper, they're not even holding it anymore, but they know this is going to drive people to their channel. So you got to realize when people are playing games with you. So, I mean, that's all I can say. But what I will say is, guys, if you do want to join the Patreon where somebody doesn't scam you and dump on you and stuff, and like I said, I will close this Patreon off really early because I'm not trying to collect Patreon members. I just had a target this cycle of a number of people that I want to help. I'm not trying to be a roaring kitty because I don't think I could ever do what dude did. Much respect to him, what he did and helping people with the whole GameStop craze and with Robinhood last cycle. But I have a certain number of people that I want to help this cycle that will make me, make me feel good. To be honest, I'm going on a little tangent here, but I just don't even think that people, you know the saying, people say, give people their flowers while they're living or whatever. I don't think, and I'm not saying this to y'all like, oh, y'all should be thanking me. I'm just saying like, there's a lot of people that helped me in my life that I don't even feel like I showed enough praise to. Most people I do, but I would say even this is going to be funny to some of y'all. But what's his name? Akira from Dragon Ball Z. Like he created Dragon Ball Z, which kept me out of the streets when all my, some of my friends was drug dealing and figuring out how to shoot guns and doing drive-bys and all that crazy stuff. Like I was in the house, three people saved me. It was Akira that created Dragon Ball Z, The Rock, because I like The Rock, and Kobe Bryant and stuff. So, but I just want to like the same mark that those people left on me. I want to be able to say like, not just with my music production and film production, all the other businesses that I run. I want to be able to say that, like, yo, I helped somebody like change their life. Like, so that's why I started my Patreon. Mine is not to make money. It's not like for income or, all that kind of stuff or whatever. But I just really want to help a certain number of people, have that on my, my name in the good book, as you want to say, when I get to the pearly gates or whatever. So anyway, that's why I do my Patreon. So and I feel like it's one of the cheapest Patreons. I really study the space. And if you just want some help, navigating the market, it's at Patreon. I forget to put this in the thing all the time. But if you want some help navigating the market, it's at patreon.com/cryptozo. And so, like I said, I will close this off because I can't. I'm not trying to have thousands of members or whatever. I said my first cutoff point is 200. But I do it like I told you guys before on stream, like if I ever cross 300, it'll be free for everybody in the Patreon because I don't want it to look like I'm up here trying to collect money or whatever. But I like 300 because Gideon, I don't know if y'all know the story in the Bible, but they made a movie about it. But people don't know it's biblical. 300, if y'all saw the movie. What was his name? Y'all know the movie 300. And they fought the Xerxes and all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of dope. But after that, it's definitely cut. But anyway, appreciate y'all hanging out on the stream. I'm gonna get in here and do some studying and stuff, and I gotta track two projects that have been annoying. They've been annoying the crap out of me, to be honest. But I gotta do some studying on those. And appreciate y'all hanging out on the stream, and I'm gonna see y'all next time.